friendship ends where the interest of my country begins.
This was presumptive President Rodrigo Duterte's initial reaction when asked about hurt feelings of his longtime friend and spiritual advisor, Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. Duterte admits he has not spoken to Quiboloy after the issue, but he still remains friends with him, and he will still take Quiboloy's offer to use his private jet if he would need it. Earlier this week, Quiboloy's camp expressed sentiments against Duterte for not consulting Quiboloy about his cabinet picks, despite being one of his most avid supporters and friends. But the incoming president clarifies he makes decisions on his own.
Appoint ko na matagal na yon. They were floating in my mind all these days during the campaign.
Art Tugade, who will be leading the Transportation and Communications Department, has experience in both private and government sectors. He was the former Chief Executive Officer and President of Clark Development Corporation. He was Duterte's classmate in law school, where he graduated with Latin honors. Perfecto Yasay, who will take on the seat as Foreign Affairs Acting Secretary, is a lawyer and former Securities and Exchange Commission Chief. He is a fellow Mindanaoan. Sonny Carlos Dominguez III was an Agriculture Secretary during Cory Aquino's term and will soon be the Finance Secretary. Duterte chose him for his experience and academic excellence. Duterte says he is also a longtime friend. Vitaliano Aguirre III, the next Justice Secretary, made it to the news when he was the legal counsel of Hubert Webb and during the impeachment trial of the late Chief Justice Renato Corona, where he was on the prosecution side. He is a fraternity brother of Duterte and a valedictorian. Unlike them, Duterte barely met with Alfonso Cusi, who will be his energy secretary, but the incoming president says his track record makes him fit for the position. He used to head the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines. Despite several criticisms, Duterte also vouches his confidence in his spokesperson, Attorney Salvador Panelo, who was a counsel for the Ampatuans in the Maguindanao massacre case, and Mark Villar, who allegedly was the cause of Quiboloy's upset, was appointed as Department of Public Works and Highways.
Mark naman, Villar, I said, draw me a map showing where your developments are sa real estate and avoid making a road or alley there.
Former Justice Secretary Silvestre Bebot Bello is new Labor and Employment Secretary. Duterte adds, though, he will be creating a separate department for overseas Filipino workers. There will also be an independent sports commission. The incoming president says he is having a hard time filling in the Department of Interior and Local Government. He dispels rumors that it would be June Evasco, originally recommended for the seat, citing it is impossible due to his previous ties with communist groups. Instead, he will be the next secretary to the cabinet. Duterte confirms his National and Economic Development Authority chief will be economist and UP professor Ernesto Pernia. Duterte is still looking for people who will lead the education, health, trade and industry, and science and technology departments. He has yet to receive recommendations from the Communist Party of the Philippines for the 4 posts offered to them. Gibo Teodoro was offered the post as Defense Secretary, but Duterte says he has already declined.
Well, Gibo has begged off. I have in mind a military man already retired. I will not divulge his name now.
He hopes to complete the appointments by the end of July or early August. Reporting from Davao City, Triciah Terada, CNN Philippines.